Mr. Chairman,
Ms. Reese.
I think I know that Mr. Tarbo has been reading what the safety director has said, but the safety director is here, and I think the mother asked the question, and I believe we should allow the safety director or the city manager to respond. I appreciate Mr. Tarbo trying to interpret, but we need to hear from the heads of our administration, the city manager, and the safety director, who was there just minutes after it happened.
Mr. Manager.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
Hey, listen, people, please. Let the city manager talk. Yes. If he answers the question, then we can leave, or if he resigns. Period. Either resign or answer the question.
We need to have quiet.
Well, you may be able to come this way. I can meet you. It's clear.
You ain't got nothing to say.
So if you bring all that ice and that drink and that glass.
Mr. Manager, just start talking, please.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll try to be heard above the crowd, but first of all, I want to say that I certainly understand why people are upset, and I want to say that first of all, I apologize to you, ma'am, for the loss of your son, and I want to make it clear to the community that I and the safety director and the police chief and all the members of the council are very concerned and upset about this incident. I agree with Mr. Lawson that the essential issue here is what was it at that moment in time that caused that officer to fire his gun towards Mr. Thomas and hit him. I can't tell you that I know that answer. I'm not personally doing these interviews. I'm not personally conducting this investigation. What I can tell you,
Excuse me.
what I can tell you is that we will get you an answer. We will know why.
Excuse me. Excuse me. So, you mean to tell me you're telling me that
I will tell you
on that time that officer chose
I will tell you
to take
that
my child from me. But at this time, almost 48 hours later, he do not choose to tell me why. This is my other son. I know he has a ticket. Is he gonna die too?
Could the safety director?
what I can
Could the safety director tell us what happened?
what I can tell you is that there's two things that you need to understand. First of all, the fact that the county prosecutor has joined this investigation reduces the amount of time that it takes to get it done. Secondly,
We need to have quiet to continue.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
Ms. Reese?
I want to say that I think this is a very important issue, and I understand that with that,
okay.
I understand
Ma'am, let me just continue if I could. Ma'am, I can tell you at the very early morning hour that I was told that you were being contacted by Colonel Twinty.
No.
Now, if that didn't occur, I am sorry for that as well.
You know how
Mr. Chairman.
I was told that you were being contacted.
Had been killed.
And I do want to make it. I do want to make it clear.
Was someone told my son's girlfriend that they think my son has been shot. My son's girlfriend goes to my daughter's house, and they go to the hospital, and the hospital tells them my son was discharged at 3 o'clock. There was no police officer there when she went. She went to the Justice Center. They had no record. They had no knowledge of any police encounter with my son that night. She calls me. My son is already dead. She calls me, and I call the hospital, and they tell me, how soon can you get here? I go there, was not an officer in sight. And the doctors came in and told me my son was dead. Where was Officer Twitty or whatever his name was then? I'm there for 49 minutes, and believe me, I know. And he walks in and blocks my way out so that he could tell me, your son was shot in the chest by an officer and he died. What's your name and address? Now, do that sound like someone that called my home and told me, or came to my house and told me? That's what I want to know.
Ma'am, I believe that you were told, and I'm sorry that it was handled this way. Okay? Now,
I don't have a lot of questions. My question is simple, and it's going to remain. My question is why. Plain and simple, why?
and I don't have that answer for you. But first of all, I am hearing.
How can...
Ladies and gentlemen, hold on.
I don't care.
Citizens.
How
Citizens.
everybody in here may not be religious,
I don't know.
but in the
Citizens.
Bible it says, "Thou shalt not kill."
Mr. Lawson.
Here's
Mr. Lawson.
Look, we have to. Wait, Mr. Lawson, please continue.
what, I guess what, hold up. Ali,
We need
I need to
we need
talk.
quiet.
I need to talk. Hey,
Mr. Lawson,
I got,
please listen to Mr. Lawson.
Chairman, Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Lawson.
give me 1 minute.
Excuse me.
Hey, Mr. Chairman, I just have one question. If the safety director was there that night, and I'm sure that everybody says, why did he shoot? I'm sure when they were on the scene that night, homicide asked questions. I know he has the answer. He knows he has the answer. I'm gonna ask the safety director, what did the officer say, or what has he heard is the reason that her son was shot? And I want an answer.
Miss,
The safety director. The safety director. Why won't he answer the question?
You can get hooted down as easy as
Mr. Chairman.
How many people think? Can you?
Why is he here if he can't answer the question?
Mr. Ryan. Mr. Ryan. Mr. Ryan, just start talking. That usually works. Just start talking.
I was there. I'm not aware. I was there. I am not aware.
Hello.
Any statement he did make will have to be verified. We're not going to simply take one statement as the fact.
You want me to turn this mic on?
No one's going to get hurt.
If we can have quiet, Mr. Ryan will answer the question.
Yeah, it's definitely. No one can get hurt this way. No one. You will not get hurt this way. Would not get hurt. You would not get hurt. You cannot be hurt. You cannot be hurt. You cannot be hurt. No one can be hurt. No one can be hurt. When will we listen to our own? When will we listen to our own? When will we listen? When will we listen?